All right, back day. Probably my favorite day. Don't really know why. It's not exactly like my best lifts or anything. Ooh, kind of close to that. Kind of close. But I don't know. Back seems to be the most. I feel like I understand the movement the best with how to position your shoulder and everything. I feel like I get a really good mind muscle connection with the lat. Lat. But today I'm going to warm up either on the cables or on the reverse pec deck, depending what's like. If the pec deck's open, then I'm probably just going to have to grab it to conserve time. So ideally I would get there and someone. God, why is my car vibrating like this? Ideally I get there and someone's hopping off the pec deck in a second, and then I can just hop right on. After the warm up. I don't know how long that light was green for. But that dude's driving a 4Runner. So he's either a cop or a fucking loser. That's how it works here. I don't make the rules. Someone else made the rule that if you're not a cop and you drive a cop car, you're a douche. That's the rule. I didn't make it. Another 4Runner. But is it? Yep. There's too many of these goddamn cars here. And it's the most common cop car. So it's gotta stop. Anyway. Pec deck. Pull downs. And that's probably it. Because I was working on my pond earlier. Cleaning out the pond. It's a shitload of work. It's not really a shitload of work. It's just kind of a bitch. It's definitely kind of irritating. It's not like hard to figure out, but I'm like, I don't clean ponds, you know what I mean? So I'm figuring out how to clean a pond. Gotta take a shop vac. Gotta siphon the pond, take a shot. Like, it hasn't been touched in like a year and a half, so it's disgusting. Like, there was like an inch and a half of muck on the bottom. Had to get all that out. Anyway, what I'm saying is there's a lot of honestly, just like deficit deadlifting of like not a lot of heavy weight, but I mean like picking up like 60 feet from like, or 60, not 60 feet, picking up like 60 pounds from like under my feet. And I'm in like anyway, a lot of lower back shit went on earlier, so I really don't need to do any sort of rows. It's really not going to be optimal. I'm not saying rows are bad. I'm just saying I'm nowhere near primed for rows. And to be honest, I think if I'm doing the pec deck, why the fuck do I need to do a row for? I have probably seen the least amount of benefit from doing rows of all the exercises. Rows might be, in my opinion, the most useless. Maybe I'm just doing them totally wrong, but I mean, what are you rowing for? Your lats? You're going to get a better stretch doing pull downs. So why wouldn't you just do pull downs? What are you doing rows for? Your rear delts? Just do the reverse pec deck. It's going to be better. And then, like, what else is there? Just for, like, the scapular retraction or something? There's also another way to work that, but also bodybuilder. Well, I don't want to say I'm a bodybuilder, but, like, we're doing bodybuilding. We're not, like, I don't know. I don't really know. I'm pretty tired from that fucking pond. So hopefully I don't forget calves. Because it kind of works like I do my main workout, and then if calves are involved, I go and change my shirt, wash my face, and then like grab my stuff to leave and just do calves out the door. But if I grab my stuff to leave and there's someone on the calf machine, then I just leave. That's what happened the last 2 days. So I'm not going to wait after my workout, you know what I mean? Then we're starting to eat into when I actually do need to get my protein in. Alrighty. Man, I'm tired. Gonna sleep good tonight. Ended up doing 2 sets of rows. Or was it 3? It was basically 1 set with just very minimal rest in between. I kind of just wanted to get some of that. Like, for whatever reason, the row motion felt like it was going to be kind of good instead of pulling straight down. You feel like it more mid-back, obviously. But I really don't think it's necessary. And watching more of Mike Israetel, really, he's like, so far I haven't like learned anything, but the amount that he's stressing work in the lengthened position, the stretch position, that's where you want the weight to be the hardest. That's where you want to fail in the rep. And that, like, all of those things, very, very much stressing the stretched portion of the rep. And I saw these fucking kids on the lat pull down machine. They threw the, like, one of the handle attachments on, like, over the bar that you would just grab to pull. So they didn't even change, like, the angle that they were pulling on the bar. It was like a neutral pull either way. Damn, yellow light. But they were just like, they did just totally cut off the end of the rep. I don't know. Maybe it felt. I was giving them the benefit of the doubt. I was like, maybe this is maybe there's a thing here. But even if there is a thing there, it's just not effective enough to be worth it. Plus, they're doing it with 25s. Anyway, I'm not here to, make fun of people in the gym, but a lot of this shit is really intuitive. And the fact that you guys really don't get that doesn't make sense to me. Like, especially egoing to the extent that you have to take off part of the rep so that you can just keep moving around the weight. Have you never heard the expression field burn in relation to lifting? Field burn. Like, if you've heard that one time, then you should think, oh, if it's burning, then I'm probably doing something right. And then obviously you can't make it burn forever, but like, the more it burns, probably the more better you're doing. More better. Anyway, reverse pec deck, pull downs, rows. There was a dude on the calf machine when I was leaving again, so I didn't do calves. But also, I really want to get my own calf machine so I can do calves just in the morning. I think in the morning is probably the best time to do it. Because I want to do, like, I'd like to lift in the morning. It would be kind of cool to have a routine where I do lift in the morning. But especially for large muscles, there's just absolutely no chance that they have the fuel necessary to, do the stuff. But I think, like, I don't know. Like, if you got this far in the video, let me know if I should do, like, a morning routine where I do calves and tibialis and, like, forearms or something in the morning. And that can be, like, my morning routine. Or abs or something, whatever it may be. Obviously something that doesn't need, like, serious, like I could do arms, but I don't really want to wake up and lift arms. That doesn't really sound fun. Then my arms are sore all day. I don't miss that from lifting. Arm day used to be pretty rough because the rest, like, I was malnourished as well. Keep that in mind. So after every lift, regardless, we were shaky, full on glycogen deficiency because we didn't get food or protein. But after arm day, it was rough. It was rough. So